What's up guys, Josh Blunt here and welcome to my channel where I break down everything you need to know about exercise and nutrition for beginners and much more. So many of us are going to focus on training. We want to train hard during our workouts. We want to train 4 to 5 days a week. We want to progress through our lifts and continue to see results in the gym. And that all sounds great, but sometimes we forget a very important detail when it comes to getting into shape or to avoid injuries. And that is to make sure that we get the right amount of recovery time, the right amount of rest time for our muscles and for our body. And this can take time without a doubt, especially as a beginner. You see, we like to push ourselves in the gym and sometimes it can be difficult to know exactly how much damage we're actually causing in the moment. We feel like we can do set after set after set until the next day we can't even move, and that means we've pushed ourselves a little bit too hard. But with the right approach, there are ways to speed up this recovery to make sure that we can get back into the gym and back to our goals much faster, and that's exactly what I'm going to be breaking down in this video today. Let's dive in. When we wake up and we're extremely sore, like we just got hit by a train, a very common tactic is to take some sort of pain reliever, whether it's ibuprofen, Tylenol, Aleve, whatever it is. We take the medication and we just push ourselves through the day. This is not a good approach. So instead, let's take a look at some proven ways to help your body feel better and to recover faster. The first one I want to talk about is periodizing your workouts. The types of workouts that you're doing from one workout to the next workout is going to make a huge difference. Periodization basically means you're training hard and heavy one workout and then training slightly lighter the next workout, focusing on more like rest and recovery. Or basically just planning your workouts and having a schedule to make sure that you get the best possible performances over time. There are many athletes that train like this because if they were to push themselves to their limits every single workout, then when it came time to perform, they wouldn't have the strength or the endurance to do it. They'd be broken down physically and probably mentally as well. So if you're going to be doing heavy compound lifts one day, like the squats and the deadlifts and the pull-ups as a few examples, then maybe the next day you could focus on machine weights or cables or just a moderate amount of weight with the free weights. Losing it. So this is basically going to give your body time to heal with less stress on the muscles, the joints, and the soft tissues while still adding enough stress on the muscles for growth but avoiding injuries in the future. Alright, so the next thing that I want to talk about for a faster recovery is kind of a strange one. Maybe you have not thought of this before, but that is to take 5 to 10 minutes after your workout to go to your happy place. So what I mean by the happy place is basically just to take a few minutes and relax your body and relax your brain. After your workout, your cortisol levels are going to be super high. Right? You just caused a bunch of damage to the body, a bunch of stress to the muscles. High stress equals high cortisol levels the majority of the time. Cortisol is like a recovery roadblock. Cortisol is actually good for the body in certain amounts at certain times, but high amounts of cortisol for too long is actually going to prevent you from getting a full and fast recovery. Many of us are just going to carry on after our workouts and go about our day. We got errands to run, we got kids to feed, we got stressful homework to do, and this isn't going to help reduce stress levels in the body. We need to be in a state of peace so that we can recover properly. So after a workout, take a few moments, rest the body, rest the brain, go to your happy place, whether that's listening to music, calling your mother, whatever it is. Take a few moments, rest the brain and the body, and then carry on. Just a quick side note, if you're enjoying this content or this content is bringing you any value, please hit the like button so YouTube will share that value with other people. If you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate your support. All right guys, moving on here. Another thing that really helps me with a fast recovery is foam rolling. Now, for some reason, foam rolling does not get enough credit, and this is going to be different than stretching, obviously. And not many people are willing to take a few minutes to foam roll, work out all of the kinks after they're done exercising. Foam rolling is a great way to break up scar tissue that is caused by exercising. It's also going to stimulate blood flow, which is exactly what we need, loosen the muscles, all in which help with a faster recovery. Remember, blood is what circulates all of the nutrients that we need for our body to recover and rebuild. So for the fact that foam rolling is going to stimulate blood flow and increase the amount of blood in that area, whatever muscle that we worked, it's a great way to speed up the recovery process. It doesn't really seem like much in the moment, but it definitely feels great to loosen up the muscles, and it can also prevent further injury in the future. So in my opinion, it's definitely worth adding to your routine after a workout. All right, so the next step is an obvious one, and that is to make sure that you're getting enough protein. Now, I did an entire video on pre and post workout nutrition right here, so I don't need to deep dive into it too much, but getting enough protein within a 4 to 6 hour window around your workout will make sure that your body gets enough amino acids or building blocks to repair and build new muscle. Getting in a full meal including proteins, fats, and carbs a couple of hours before the workout and a couple of hours after the workout seems to work just fine for the majority of people. The common practice is about 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, for an example, then 100 grams to 150 grams of protein should be fine. All right, so the next one is very simple, but doesn't seem to be talked about enough, and that is hydration. Your body needs hydration to function properly, and that includes your muscles and preventing muscle fatigue. Most people are going to drink water before a workout. Most people are going to drink water after a workout, but a lot of people forget to stay hydrated during the workout, which can definitely hurt your performances. Not only that, but staying hydrated also keeps your circulation on point. Like we talked about, blood is circulating through the body, carrying the nutrients that we need for recovery and for energy. Don't just drink water when you feel thirsty. Stay ahead of the game, stay hydrated before you get to that point. All right, so the next tip is an all-time favorite for most people, and that is getting enough sleep. Yes, we all know that getting enough sleep is good for your mental health, it's good for your physical health, but it also plays a major role in how fast we recover as well. The right amount of sleep seems to be around 7 to 9 hours a night consistently, which seems to be very difficult to do for some people. I get it, especially if you have kids. I have a newborn baby, and I am lucky if I get 5 hours of sleep within a 24-hour period, at least for now. But the importance of sleep is still there, and that's when you get the most amount of recovery when you're sleeping. And if you're lucky and have a little bit of extra time, try to get in a 20 to 30 minute nap throughout the day. It really helps me to reset the body, alertness, and my energy levels, at least for me. All right, so another tool that you can use for a faster recovery is something called active recovery, which is basically like doing a light exercise after your workout. For an example, after leg day, walk on the treadmill for 10 or 15 minutes. This is also going to help with circulation, which is going to send more blood to those areas for a faster recovery. I know for me at least, after using the squat rack or the leg press machine, I can hardly walk. But after a workout, I always jump on the treadmill for at least 10 minutes, which definitely makes a difference in how well I can move for the next few days. You all know what I'm talking about. Now, I know we mentioned stretching briefly, but you do not want to skip this one. Walking around with tight muscles only increases the chance of injury, and it's not comfortable at all. Now, there isn't anything that's going to take away the soreness 100%, and sometimes the soreness actually feels pretty good. It's like you actually put in a lot of work, and this is your proof, as long as you don't overdo it. But all of these things can definitely speed up a recovery and, most importantly, prevent injuries. Overall, in my personal opinion, nothing is more important than getting the right nutrients, staying hydrated, and getting the right amount of sleep. And all of these things will be different for everyone. We all know that there is no one size fits all. We all know that what works for me might not work for you. And we all know that it's okay. Listen, this isn't going to be a quick sprint to your goals. If you want to be healthy now, then you're also going to want to be healthy in the future. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now, that part isn't going to change. The point is we have lots of time to test things and see what works best for you. But I promise you, if you put in the time and you put in the effort, you will find your way and you will get to your goals. But if you're feeling sore 24/7, then it's going to be a much tougher journey to get there. So give these tips a try. Let me know what works for you. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Remember, recovery is a very important part of being in shape, being healthy, preventing injuries, and on and on and on. So do not skip that part. If you found this video valuable, make sure you give it a thumbs up so YouTube will share that value with other people. If you want to become a part of the family, subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate your support. If you have any questions or comments at all, anything and everything, put it in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys on the next video.